Yeah, one person. The Shita is there. Okay.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhar Bhavatu Me Sada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. At the outset, I would wish you all a very happy, peaceful, prosperous Vijayadashami, because Vijaya stands for victory. Now, in our tradition, we are supposed to get up early in the morning, right? One sloka which is given in the prayer, I think you all will be knowing. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamadhye Saraswati, Karamule Stita Gauri, Prabhate Karadarshanam. As soon as you get up, you just open your hands and see, not palms tree, okay? Not looking at the line, this line is going like this or this line, not like that. To invoke the grace of Sarat Lakshmi at the tip and center part, Lakshmi, and towards the back side or towards the tip, this part, you invoke Gauri or Durga. So this is how the early morning prayer. We invoke the three important deities who are Shaktis. Okay, Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. We regard them all as important because they have got a spouse or a consort. Durga has got Shiva, and Lakshmi has got Vishnu, and Saraswati has got Brahma. So these three important along with Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. Second thing, very important resource. Durga, Lakshmi, and Saraswati. Without them, we cannot lead a life. Okay, for food and for money and everything, we need their support. So in tradition also, we call it as Durga stands for health, Lakshmi stands for wealth, and Saraswati stands for knowledge. Now, suppose any one of these things we are deprived of, will be into problem. Take for example, health. Health is a problem, means you will think I should have a good health. And when you're in poverty, you think that you should need some wealth to support. And pay the knowledge, go padchirtame, why I didn't do that at that time itself. So all this, all the three are equally important. You can call it as Lakshmi, Durga as 33.33%, and then Lakshmi has 33.33%, and Saraswati 33.33%. So all equally 100%. All these resources should be in balance. Now, traditionally, we celebrate Navarathiri in two forms. One is Vasanta Navarathiri and the other one is Sharda Navarathiri. Sharda Navarathiri, what we are going to celebrate from tomorrow. And then Vasanta Navarathiri, we celebrate in spring. So these two are the important festivals. Now we invoke Durga first 3 days. Second 3 days, we invoke Lakshmi. And the third 3 days, we invoke Saraswati. So all these three are very important. 9 days over. What happened to 10th day? 10th day, victorious. Vijayadashami. Dasa Paraha. Hara. You just remove all your kalmisha, that is what is having in your mind. Remove it and be victorious. That is how we celebrate all the 9 days plus 10 days Vijayadashami. It is celebrated in different form in different parts of India. Bengal, they have a different thing. South India, we keep follow. And then Gujarat also, they have this dandiyaras. Every 9 days, they go to their place and do dandiyaras. A festival to enjoy, colorful festival to enjoy. That is how we have to keep all the three in balance. Now, our Shastra says we have to divide this three factors again into two. One is health should be divided into two favors, wealth should be divided into two favors, and knowledge should be divided into two favors. Now we'll take up Durga. Durga means she is the all-powerful. See, these days now we work a lot. We don't eat properly. Eating time is changed. Working time is changed. Sleeping time is completely changed. And then magazines, we see lifestyle disease. So we work very hard. From Monday to Friday, we work hard and we don't know what part we are facing in the works part, what you call it as. Now we are doing from the home side. But if you are going for a work and then having an office like that, you have to have a relationship with the people. So a lot of stress and there is cutthroat competition also. And in one of the Shastra, it says you should not sleep during Brahma Muhurta. You should get up early. Suppose if you are sleeping during that Brahma Muhurta, you will be incurred into Papa. And then for that Papa, you have to do a Prayachittam. What to do? What stress you are sleeping? Daytime you are doing work, nighttime you are sleeping. Now, nighttime you are working, daytime you want to sleep, like doctors. So it is very difficult to cope up with these three because of the pressure of earning. Now, what are the two types of health we are going to see is one is material health and the other one is what do you call it as inside wealth, or what do you call it as. Now, when you take the first one, health, physical health, you can call it as physical health. Now, how we are going to protect our health? By working so long or without stress-free. Stress is very important these days. I have to do this work from one time to another time and another time to, because we wanted to earn. Okay, so we have to settle all these three clearly. So what we do is we try to bring about a balance. Now, when we are working like this and spoiling our health, what we need is wealth. If we grow old, we have to pay the medical bill, which is so expensive. So we have to see that also. That is physical health. And then one, mental health. Mental stress is, I cannot say what it is because you have to cope up with home and the work spot, your children, taking care of the family, and then taking care of the work spot, and then taking care of the children also. So all these three are very important. With the physical health, you try to work and earn money. And then what happens is in the process, you become old. When you are 40, you look like 60. So we completely spoil our health by working for a long time. So there is a famous Sanskrit humorous sloka. Vaidya Raja Namastubhyam. Yamadharma Raja Agraja. Vaidyanadaha Yamadharma Raja Harti Pranan. Vaidyanadaha Tvam Tu Pranan Dhananicha. What does this quote says? The quote says, why this Yamadharma Raja is called elder brother, Agrajaha. Why he is called as Agrajaha in the sense, doctor just takes away the health, simultaneously money also. Whereas Yamadharma Raja takes only one prana and only. Because we have to pay a lot of money in the form of medical bill. We work such a lot of things, and that is why we look for 60 when we are just about 40. Chronologically, we are 40, But later on, when you see, keep on working without minding your health, or because you wanted to support the family or whatever you want to get secure, so you will click 6. So this humorous quote is said like this: Raja takes only prana, but doctor takes both prana and dhana, what is wealth. So dealing with this physical health and mental health, we are completely out with the mental, because we wanted to earn more and more money. So the next deity comes up is Lakshmi. Lakshmi also we have to divide into 2. One is material wealth and contentment. Contentment, what we call in Sanskrit as tripti. Material wealth, no. Lakshmi means when you are getting about $100 or $1,000, you wanted to get more. Same thing happens in India also. So material wealth, we start possessing like this, in making it heavy. You want the bank balance should be good. Okay, that is okay. That is not harmful. But when you go for this material wealth of earning, at one point of time, your karma becomes lobha. What is karma? Desire. Desire is not at all, I cannot say that it is very bad. You should have a desire. It is harmless. You can call it as harmless. But in the process of doing this karma again and again and making money, you will forget it. You will try to possess more and more wealth. Karma leads to lobha. So this is one of the purusharthas which you will see in Gita. Dharma, Artha, Kama. So this lobha is the big thing. When you do this, start doing with this, when you want to possess more and more of wealth, your mind should be able to cooperate with everything. That will not happen. So whenever you come out of the work spot, you will be in a stressful situation. When you come home, you will be shouting at everybody, right? What is happening in the work spot? We don't know. This is what happens in India. So it will not be a conducive situation. So what we should do, we should stop possessing more and more of wealth. Up to one point, we should have contentment. Contentment means that all the 3 should be in balance. All the Saktis, Nari Sakti should be in balance. All the health, wealth, and knowledge. So what we should do, we should have a contentment in our heart. When you are not going to have this contentment in the heart, you will not succeed in spiritual life also. That is why you have to have the spiritual satsang, so that you will know this contentment. I am okay. You cannot keep on greedily accepting more and more money. The other thing is, you will try to compromise. When you want to possess wealth, you will go beyond your dharmic activity. Adharmic activity, you will try to compromise this way or that way. And then you will throw all the adharmic activities from your mind. You will be trying to do compromising so many things to accumulate wealth. So that we should have tripti in our mind. And in Taittiriya Upanishad, there is an important quote which talks about Sayeka Manushanandaha. Now it says that a person who is very much greedy, when wanted to possess more and more wealth without contentment or tripti, his contentment is measured, graphically measured. Mm-hmm. Now, for example, if you say the person who is working and getting money, he is going from level 1 to level 2. He is happy because he is earning a lot of money, he is happy. The other person who has got some contentment, tripti, he is also going from level 1 to level 2. Now, what is the comparison between these two people? The first person is very happy. The second person is 100% more happier than the person who is, because he is earning money with contentment. Tripti, he is earning the money. Now take for example Bill Gates. or Ambani of India. So their happiness compared to a person who is sitting under a tree and happily enjoying without laptop, without computer, without what you call it as home theater, with so many modern gadgets. Okay, that is what Taittiriya Upanishad says. Generally, you will see all that in Brahma Mimamsa, Brahmananda Valli, I think we will be getting towards the end of it. So this contentment is very important when we talk about Lakshmi. Next 3 days. That is first 3 days, Durga. Second 3 days, Lakshmi. Now, when we are spending more of money, now we have to simultaneously see our knowledge part also. Knowledge or wisdom, you call it that. Now, knowledge, we call it as material science. Material science is what we call it in India, academic qualification. Without academic qualification, you cannot enter. So that knowledge is very much important. And then the other part you call it as spiritual science. Spiritual science, I'll take it later. Now, material science in the sense, in the form of knowledge, what you are getting in the academic school studies college, we get a job, we try to possess all the different gadgets and everything, we peaceful, enjoying like that. But some important problem comes, what we do, we don't know what to do. There comes spiritual. Now, this spirituality is also divided into two. One is spiritual ignorance, and the other one is spiritual knowledge. If you are spiritually knowledgeable and wanted to face situation, it is very good. Like when a doctor when he is testing and telling that you have got some, what do you call it, generic problem, which cannot be solved. Now, at that time, what you do, if you have the spiritual knowledge, you will completely accept this is what my body is, I have to go through. So, favorable situation and unfavorable situation in your life, you can face with the spiritual knowledge. Academic knowledge and spiritual material knowledge is very good. It is not harmful, but we have to acquire that and try to parallelly follow this also. So this is what we call it as Aparavidya and Paravidya. Aparavidya is all what technically what we laboratory and then going studying. Paravidya is what we call it as about knowing ourselves. It is like a sunglass. During summer now we wear it. Spiritual will definitely help you in any part of the situation. Family situation, work spot situation, and then any other situation, it will help you. So this Paravidya and Aparavidya, we talk about in the spiritual life also. That is Aparavidya. Now, in the initial stage, you cannot accept Aparavidya. Directly going to Paravidya is also harmful. Paravidya directly going means then what will happen to this food, clothing and shelter? Even the sannyasis need food, clothing and shelter. We don't need, we have to have food, we have to eat food, then we have to have this material, and then we have to have a shelter also. So all these three things are important in all our life. Exclusively, everybody needs them. So we need first Aparavidya and then Paravidya. And one more thing, it is whenever a situation comes, now you should know to face it. Now, when the situation is not favorable to you, it is like a convex lens. It will project, it will expand, it will create a pan. The same doctor example to give you, you go for a test and the doctor says after complete test and everything, something has to be investigated, investigation has to be done. So the mind will go everywhere, panic. What will be the problem? I didn't do anything. I didn't do that also. I'm not eating this. I'm not eating that. Like that, all the problems, mental problems will arise. Even though we don't show it out, we just laugh it out sometimes. The spiritual science, spiritual knowledge will help you a lot in doing with the unfavorable situation, choiceless situation. And one more thing is in Bhagavad Gita, we have got two parts. One is Karma Kanta and Jnana Kanda. So Jnana Kanda, Karma Kanda, you can do. Karma will simultaneously lead to Jnana Kanda also. These two, Jnana Kanda and Karma Kanda, are very important. When you study this Bhagavad Gita, you will be knowing all that. When you are possessing the material wealth, no, you can deal with the outside world. When you don't possess this spiritual wealth, or what you call the spiritual knowledge, you won't be able to deal with internal mental problem will be more. So when you have any problem, choiceless situation, you have to come in for spiritual study. How to cope up with the situation, either family or anywhere outside. So these two are very important when you come across this Saraswati. One is material knowledge and spiritual knowledge, Aparavidya and Paravidya. Very important. And Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Don't say that I'm doing karma will I good. No, I'm not like that. Definitely, Krishna gives a guarantee. At least not in this Janma, only one Janma you will have. Because you have come already into this line, he gives a big guarantee over there. You will be having only one Janma. So you can easily glide into Jnana Yoga. You may think that we are like this, why I am not able to be like this. Not like this. We also did some karma. We went to the school, we worked, and we did everything. Then finally, only we came over to the spiritual life. Simultaneously, we were able to go inside because of parents. They helped us a lot. So on this Navarathiri, we invoke the three resources. All the three Saktis are called as resources. The first 3 days we ask for health. The next 3 days we ask for wealth. And the next 3 days we ask for knowledge. That is why Vijayadashmi we keep all the books. Everything is kept from the altar. And then even the person who is doing the garage work, he used to keep everything over there in the altar and try to follow. In India, it's a big thing. In Tamil Nadu, all the buses will be decorated with banana and sugarcane and everything. Everything will be done, and then they used to have aarti, everything. So everything is worship with this knowledge. So these three deities, what we call it as Nari Sakti, is very important. So we will invoke their grace with the help of two different from each of them. One is physical health, mental health for Durga, and for Lakshmi, contentment and material wealth. For Saraswati, Aparavidya and Paravidya. We pay for ourselves and the family and the nation. Thank you.
Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Madhru Rupena Samsita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Namaste to all of you. Let me first thank Anu and Hari to invite us to be here for the satsang. Thank you so much for inviting us. Swamini Amma has done elaborately all the three deities. Okay, what I am going to do, we have to see now. Very interestingly, she has talked about these three deities of Durga, Lakshmi and Saraswati. We can also look them as the Maya Shakti. Maya is not different from Brahman. Because Anu and Hari wanted to be a little bit Advaitic. They wanted to be Advaita. So they are not different from Brahman. That's the Jiva and the Maya Shakti. When you look at it, when Brahman with Maya becomes Ishvara and Ishwari also. Without that material, he cannot create. The efficient cause may be there, but the material has to be there. So we all say that he created from his own. And we give the example of the Urnanabi, the spider example. So that's the Traya Shakti is there in all the three of them. Very interestingly, you can see that when Durga goes with Shiva, you see that the
the resolver aspect is also having with the Durga. That's why the Ahankara, the Devata is Rudra. To destruct the Ahankara, Rudra is the Devata there. And for Lakshmi, she is a sustainer. So memory, it has to be sustained. So Vishnu becomes there as the Devata for the memory. And of course, Brahma, Jnana Shakti. So that's how it is. Even you can see, Brahma requires knowledge to create. So where he has to get the knowledge is from Saraswati now. So his consort is Saraswati. And again, to resolve, we have to, something has to go back. The power Shakti has to be there. So Durga comes in, and of course, material you require. Very interestingly, Grihasthas all require Lakshmi, and we all require Saraswati. We all require Saraswati. Sannyasis are all Saraswati, even for you also. But one more thing you have to do, they say material, because you have to support the brahmacharis, and this is tradition. Sannyasis has to be supported by the Grihastha. So that's how we talk about it. And these are all Nari Shakti. All we have been keeping hearing, yesterday Swamiji was telling, when the male has to offer the oblation, they say Swaha. When it is a female, it is Namaha, it seems. Even there also, it is a difference is there. So these 9 days are our days, okay? All Nari Shakti, our days, okay? When Pujya Swamiji says that, no, these two women, they rule our life. I will tell you who are they. Lakshmi, if you take any wealth, Dhanam means Dhana Lakshmi. Dhanya means Dhanya Lakshmi. If you want victory, Vijaya Lakshmi. If you want sovereignty, Gaja Lakshmi. Okay. If you need any auspicious, Saubhagya Lakshmi. What? Veera Lakshmi. How much you want? Ashta Lakshmi is there. And all knowledge is Saraswati. So these two women are ruling our life, he said. These two women, Lakshmi and Saraswati. That's what he was telling, that Amma was telling, that even in the garage, every tool you should know how to use it. Even a spray, even a screw or a driver or a nut or bolt, whatever it is, he has to know. So he has to put everything on the altar and worship it. Even the butcher also, they all put everything. The butcher also, he put everything, all his arms there in the altar and worship it. All the buses, as she said, all knowledge is taken by Saraswati. Even these people, three, Vishnu, all these people have to worship Saraswati for their knowledge. Very interestingly, she has pointed out everything. When you look at this word, I thought I'll handle this side. Spiritual and religious. What is more important? Whether it is religion or spirituality. What is that? Because we are talking about more of religion, practice, keeping the kolu, the 9 steps, the 5 steps, where they keep on the top, they keep the Devis, all the Devatas, first 2, 3 steps. How many dolls you can have, you can keep. And then you bring the other Devatas, all those Manusha Devatas also comes in. Then you bring the Avataras, then plant, then you bring all of our shopkeepers, all are there in the one whole creation is presented in that 9 step. And nowadays people are making it more commercial and more what you call it creativity. They put the cricket set there, they put the praying station set there. It's all their imagination. It's all nice. The whole creation is seen in the kolu. That's why we keep the kolu and show the kolu is like the 7, or you can even ask. So people have 5 steps, 7 steps, 9 steps, 13 steps. It all depends on the strength of the people. And this is how we worship the whole universe is worshipped in that way. When we talk about this religion and spirituality, how we have to understand that. When you take up the religion is a sambandha. It's a relationship. It's a relationship throughout. So we can divide the relationship into 3 kinds of relationship. One is the Jiva Sambandha. I will talk about it. Next is the Jiva Jagat Sambandha. The third one is the Jiva Ishvara Sambandha. This is the Sambandha is the religion there.
And then what is the Jiva Jiva Sambandha comes from womb to tomb. Okay, we start from the mother and the child. When the child is at the womb, no, the mother always thinks about it. Every time the mananam is always there. And then all the three is that Kayikam karma, Vachikam karma, and Manasam karma. Thinking of the child always becomes the Manasam karma. And then when the child is out, only the mother and the child knows the dialogue. Whatever cuckoo, cuckoo, kiki, kiki, and all, only we don't understand, but the mother and the child understand. This is the Vachikam karma there. The Manasam is already done when it was womb. And hugging is our Kayika. So when you look at it, the Jiva Jiva is not only between mother and the child. When the child is out, the friend, the friends, the Gurukula, the teachers, the whole world, when you have to interact, it all becomes a Jiva Jiva relationship. This relationship is the first step in the religion. You cannot ignore it. And many of our relationship will get ruptured if this relationship is disturbed. Emotionally, it may get disturbed. Physically, sometimes we are so close friend and then something happens and this relationship gets ruptured and throughout the life, you don't look at the friend at all. So this kind of things takes place. And this is that Jiva Jiva relationship. It is inevitable, but it is temporary. Because once everything, it's like a train journey, no? We have heard our elders telling, this whole life is like a train journey. We all get inside the train and then you take the address of the person and then you have food with each other. And then when the station comes, the person gets out and go. And we are all still traveling. Another person comes. So all the relationship becomes temporary. Jiva Jagat Sambandha is when the child is born, when it is not able to cry, what does the nurse does is give a pat and then make it to cry. The Vayu. The Vayu Sambandha takes place there with the Jagat Vayu. Mahavayu, okay, Hiranyagarbha. The Mahavayu is there. That connection, the Jiva Jagat connection is there. We all talk about the ecological system. Lot of conferences. What is that El Nino effect now with that storm or something? What is that El Nino effect? Where here a lot of the snowfall, why there is so much of rampant rain, all these effect, ecological disturbances, lot of deforestation you're talking about, all those comes under Jiva Jagat relationship. How I am relating with, that also you can do with the Shankaranti Day. What do? We pray to Surya. Again, the Jiva Jagat, we pray to the Jagat. We are also challenging the Jagat, right? We are trying to see what is happening in the Jagat. We wanted to go to the sun. Aditya is sent now to study the sun. What is the sun is of? How long it will burn? We don't know. How long it will burn? We don't know. It will burn. As far it is possible, it will burn. So Aditya, they are sent an Aditya rocket to study sun. We have landed the Vikram lander in the south pole of the moon. All these are all Jiva Jagat. Okay. Now tomorrow we are going to see the eclipse. Again, eclipse also, we all follow a religion. It's all, we are all connected. It's all the Vasudhaivaka Kudumbakam. So it's all, we are all one connected with the system. That is why the eclipse is also taken as a religion. We don't eat after 10 o'clock tomorrow. Then do the japa. When you do the japa during the eclipse time, it becomes more potency. It's become more potency. Not if you do for 5 days, that you can do in 1 day. The eclipse time, you get more potency of the japa. That's the eclipse time is very good. So this is again the Jiva Jagat Sambandha. That is also temporary. It's not going when we go to deep sleep, there is no Jagat. There is no Jagat. We have a Jagat, but that Jagat is produced by us. We create the Jagat, whatever we have videographed in the Jagrata Avastha. And then you put it up in your own and you become everything that. You are the friend, you are the foe, everything you, the sun, moon, everything is you. That is also becomes temporary. The Jiva Ishvara Sambandha, It's not in this Janma. It is coming from the earlier Janma also. The Jiva Ishvara Sambandha, how I am connected to this Ishvara. That is the Sambandha, that is what she was talking about, the Paravidya, which we have to know what is this Sambandha. That Brahmanda and the Pindanda. What is that? When we look at Ishvara, Ishvara is Brahman with Maya, we call it as Ishvara. Here it is Avidya plus Maya, you get the Jiva. Both Jiva and the Ishvara, or the, when you look at, I've used the technical term, Vachyartha, they are Jiva, they are Maya and Jiva. But when you look at the Lakshanartha, they become the absolute consciousness. Absolute, like the ocean and the water, ocean and the wave. When you look at ocean and wave, they are all Vachyartha. But when you look at the absolute truth into them, what is there is the water. That is the Lakshanartha. That Jiva Ishwar connection continues even from the many Janmas. How to recover it, how to make it one is this knowledge of Advaita. We understand that I am not different from Ishvara. The absolute reality of the Ishvara and me, the Jiva, are one and the same. When I look at Lakshmi, the absolute reality of Lakshmi and me are one and the same. The absolute reality of Saraswati and me are one and the same. So that understanding becomes the Advaita. That's the Jiva Ishvara Sambandha. So now what we require for that, to make it into the equality, we need some prayers. That is why we do, and we have to do the prayer. And I don't know how many of you have heard this Kamala Jati Ashtakam. It's a very beautiful, I'm going to talk about only one sloka. It's 8th one. I've taken only one. The sloka talks about Vidyam Dehime. So one sloka, we will look at it and then we can leave it for the question session. Is that okay, Hari?
Sure,
Yeah.
please.
Shringakshama Brindivase Shukhamukha Munibhihi Sevyamanangri Padme Swangachaya Viduta Mridakara Surarad Vahane Vatsavitri Shambhu Srinatha Mukhya Maravara Nikaraihi Modata Pujyamane Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Kamalajatite Sattvaram Dehi Mahyam. This is the prayer to Saraswati. Why we are praying? We wanted to know, we wanted to clear ourselves that I am and Ishvara are not different. So we need Saraswati. Vidyam Shuddham Cha Buddhim Dehi me. Okay? Vidya, you give me the knowledge, Shuddha Vidya, okay? Jnana Vairagya Siddhyartham you have in Annapurni, right? Vairagyam is again the Shuddha Vidya, Buddhim, give me that Buddhi. Kamala Jatite is the Sharada Devi in the Sringeri Pita. This is written by that our Nrisimha Bharati, our present Acharya's Guru, and he has written it, Sattvaram Dehi me. Suppose I put an application to Saraswati, she might take 1 or 2 days. Or many people have been put. You have to take it first. Sattvaram, do it immediately. Take it immediately. Take my prayers immediately. Give me that buddhi where I can understand this. Otherwise, to who? Not to everybody. Mahyam, okay? Dehi me mahyam. To me. Okay, Vidyam, Shuddham, Cha Dehi, Buddhim, Kamala Jatite. Kamala Jatite is a Sambodhana, okay? Sattvaram, Dehi, Mahyam. To me, you please give me that Vidya, Shuddha mind. We want only mind there. So that she alone has to put the sapling of the knowledge also. We put all the petition to her.
Shringakshama Brinnivase, is the Shringabringa is the mountain where she resides, because the Bhumi is the Adhara of the mountain. So the Sharada Pitam is that. So he is highlighting that Shukha Mukha Munibihi Sevyamanangri Padme. All the Shukha is our Vyasa's Putra. Shukha. And all the Mukha Munibihi is all etc. All the Munis are doing your Sevyamanangri Padme. They are all worshipping your feet for knowledge, because we require, for everybody has to consult her, okay? How to do about it. Swangachaya Viduta Mrudakara. So she is in white. That's why we always depict Saraswati in white. Why? Because Sattva Guna. The Sattva Guna indicates the white. That's why we put always Saraswati means white, okay? And this Viduta Mrudakara, I think it is that Airavata. The Indra's vehicle is also the Airavata, white elephant. And then Surarad Vagne Vak Savitri. You have to be in my Vak Savitri. That's what we were talking about. He was asking about the communication and the words. The words, some person may be very good in words, but communication skill may not be there. But for some, communication skill will be there, but adequate knowledge may not be there to convey the knowledge. That's why Kalidas also in one of his plays, he says that we require that both communication skill and the correct words to come in at the correct time. So that's why we are asking her, Vak Savitri, please stay in my mouth so that I can communicate properly also. Shambhu Srinatha Mukyam Maravara. Shambhu is our Shiva and Srinatha is the Vishnu. Okay. Mukhya Maravara, all the important people. Nikaraihi Modata Pujyamani. They are all worshipping you. Who else? Srinatha, Shambhu, all are worshipping you. For what? Vidyam, Shuddham, Cha Buddhim, Dehime, Kamala Jagite, Sattvaram, immediately. When she puts that wisdom, when she helps you give that Vidya, and when the sapling, with my effort, with Guru's Mukha, the knowledge takes place, and between me, the Jiva and the Ishvara, the equation is understood. That's how the Advaita comes in. This is a very beautiful sloka, but little tough. The grammatically it is little tough. 8 slokas are there, so I thought I will share one and talk about this Jiva Ishvara Aikyam. Om Tatsat. I think we have done a job. Good job.
Yes, right. So,
Any questions? You can. Hope we have done a good job. Something to carry home.
it was a very unique.
You mentioned about 3 relationships.
Yeah.
Why do you say that Jiva Ishvara Sambandha is only coming from the past?
Not, it is all, every time when you're born, no, we have Ishvara, no? We don't know only our birth.
Oh.
And we don't know that if it is a human birth, then you should have had the connection with the Ishvara. If it is an animal birth, you should have not had. So whenever we are born, there is always a connection with the Ishvara. Then your Upadhi comes in. I hope you got me, and I don't know whether I answered the question.
No, I didn't understand.
Please ask the question again.
So Jiva, the Sambandha between Jiva and Ishvara.
Yeah.
Is it not happening on an ongoing basis even now?
Yeah.
And we don't know if this birth is our last one,
Yeah,
or the first one. How do we know that?
we are here now. So that indicates that we had some previous birth. That is for sure, right? We believe that. Okay, we understand that there should have been something because of the karma that we have come up. The karma alone gives this body, body. And then the coming up, we don't have any say over it. This Narana Durla Janmam, very difficult to get this human body, make use of it and know that Ishvara and you are not different. Earlier Janma, we have missed it. At least this Janma, let us know. That's the connection.
Because when you have a question of how come I did not know previously, I should have had this, you should have had it. But we didn't know it. That's one beautiful song in our Tamil. They say that I am born in this Nandavanam. This Nandavanam is this earth. And then this is a pot. They call it as a pot. Nandavanatil. This Angi is a person. Okay, I'm putting it in English, okay? And then this person, we all have done it in previous, okay? We have been rejoicing with bogas. Bogas, we were rejoicing it. And one day we dropped this pot. And then we just lost the bus, not knowing that. But now having taken this upadhi of the Nara Janma, this is the Adhikari Sharira for knowing. The Adhikari Sharira for knowing the non-difference. That everything here is one. That you are not different from, when I look at you, I have to see you only as the consciousness principle, which is also abiding in me. So that's the IQ that we think about. It may be the transaction. I cannot come and sit in your house because we are all one. But that's the transaction thing that we have.
So ultimately, introducing a little bit of Advaita here, what can happen or what, if I have understood this one, the Jiva Sambandha, Jiva Jagat Sambandha, and Jiva Ishvara Sambandha. This kind of distinction is only on a Vyavaharika basis,
Yes.
because there's only one consciousness.
Yes.
So there's no difference here at
No.
all.
No.
But to realize that is knowledge.
That
That's
is
the ultimate
knowledge.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Until then, we are all ignorant.
So the religion that we do, it will help you to come in, as you said, to come to the spirituality. A religious person, he keeps on religious and then he will come into the spiritual. And a spiritual person has to know this. You cannot have a dry, the religion has to be the understanding has to be there. That's why the Veda also has the Karma Kanda.
Yes.
Have to go through, yeah.
Is it possible? I think it is possible, but say if I'm wrong, to be spiritual without being religious necessarily.
But yeah, you should have been religious. It's under your thing.
I should have been.
You should have been.
When?
We don't know that.
So if you say that.
Yeah. You cannot. Yeah, if you are a spiritual, if you are not religious, it doesn't. It will not make any difference in your understanding of it. Because we talk about this Ishvara, no? When you come to Ishvara, we always look into the Jagat and we say that, right?
That's true.
That what we call it technically we call it as Brahman in the Jagat. When it comes to us, it is Atma.
Yes.
When it comes to us, it is Atma. So that Atma and Brahman are one and the same. That's it. That's the understanding. How you get it is this kind of religion, with the religious activity, the relationship that you have, you transact, that all gives you a lot of mental understanding.
Yes.
Parikshalokan, karmachitan, brahmanaha, nirvedamaya, nastya kritak. You examine your life and see, what is this? What is that I'm doing? And then every day we all do that. I'll just finish it off. Even a non-religious person is religious. He celebrates Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all day he does it, right? There is a religiosity there also. You do it, we do it.
Okay. The reason for this question is, in one of the lectures, one of the Swaminis in the ashram mentioned that you don't have to be doing too many karmas. Karma in the sense of too many rituals.
Yep.
He said, do the nitya karma, which are minimum,
Gayatri.
like Sandhya,
Gayatri.
Gayatri mantra, but don't get bogged down to various other rituals.
True.
But focus on the spiritual activity, go within, withdraw yourself.
True.
And that is the reason I'm relating that and asking you, it should be definitely possible to be spiritual without being necessarily very religious.
You're talking about an elaborate ritual.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you're talking about elaborate ritual. They are not
Because,
talking about it.
Because among the Hindus,
Yeah.
there are a lot of yajnas,
Yeah, vikalpa,
yagas,
karma
and so on,
vikalpa.
those things.
Karma-
Although it has some value,
Yeah.
but if you get, according to the Swamini, if you get bogged down to this activity, you are going to remain as a
See, that
hermit.
is-
Be careful.
Yeah, that is why Shankaracharya always advises for a sannyasa. Because in a sannyasa, you drop all the karmas.
Yeah.
Stock and barrel, you drop off.
Yeah.
Because all the day, the whole life, they have been, as you said, all ritualistic, morning till evening, and every Amavasya, Purnami, that, there's so many Chandrayanam, so many things are that.
Yes, yes.
Then all these Upasakas, everything comes in.
Yes.
You have no time to sit and analyze. So that's dropping. That dropping also has to be done with the grace of Bhagavan. That the grace of Bhagavan has to be there. Atma Jnanam is Ishvara Kripa, Guru Kripa, Atma Kripa. All the three are there.
That's why we need bhakti.
Bhakti. See, even in our course, they all gave Panchayatana Puja for all of us when we did the course. And there was a lot of questions how to do, and Swamiji said, whenever possible, you do. Okay? Do it as only as Nitya Karma, not as a Kamya Karma. Desiring to go to heaven or those things. I want more wealth. No, that is all for. That's why Lakshmi is for people, no material people. Well, that is why we got the Saraswati here. To make you, don't ask money, Shuddha Vidyam Dehi Me, Mahyam. Yeah.
Thank you so much. The first time I hear you, and I'm so happy. In the South, Kolu, I only see when I came to this country in my hometown, where I'm from. So that mom, lady, they used to keep that. It's called Garba. It has a wall, chitras, and they are throughout 24 hours for 9 days. And 10 days, she put in everybody's body, the whole body, all our family. And then we put it in the temple. That clay is the clay part with the holes.
How many holes?
So that I never count.
And then maybe I thought we have Nada Chitrakato Saraspita Maha Deepa Prabhava Swaram. Maybe she's blessing. She's blessing and let all these Indriyas work.
That's maybe significant.
That's a significant.
Yes.
Then all of us are getting that, right? And she said, oh, the Chidra, everybody gets that idea of only that Dakshinamurti.
This Kolu has a significance.
Well, you done? Done?
Yeah.
First.
Thank you.
One question you said about my Ishwara. She wants to leave for
Oh, no dining? No.
We'll give it.
one second, Amma. Shantali.
I have to go at make a session.
Oh, yeah, you're start now.
Yeah, I have to go to.
Let's give it.
Sorry, I have to leave.
Nice meeting you home. Happy Navarathiri. Let all the three Matas bless you. Nari Shakti. Nari Shakti. Yeah, no.
all the Jiva and the Ishwara. How do we, I mean, it's not how, like many of them, like Yashodhama, Yashoda generally asked, when she asked Krishna to open the mouth,
Yeah.
the Vishwada, it was an intelligible. And that time she sees herself also, that,
Yeah.
right? And she got that. She got that direction. She knew who she could see herself in that. How can we, is that, she was so blessed to have that, from the sun. The sun is like a teacher for her. To see this, to recognize that same Ishvara, what I see in you all now, I am that as well. She connected.
Did she recognize it?
Yeah, she did. So how can we
Did she recognize it? She didn't. Well, Krishna just closed his mouth. By the time she could, that's what I have heard it.
Yeah. You forgot about it.
She forgot about it. Like this the Maya. Maya should cover it up. Avarana. She didn't know it that she had a son like that. She did see what was happening there. She did see, but she could not understand what it was. I think I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you. She was not a gnani, I think.
She didn't understand that what was happening there.
So, but at that point, she was like free kind of.
Yep, yeah. That's that again, same thing, no? The whole, that's the, she didn't change. Like say Samadhi, she went off. Maybe she should have gone to a Samadhi level. But she didn't recognize what was there. Even Arjuna did not recognize.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
you.
right.
Is-
He was never afraid.
Because he showed the whole darshan, he showed. All the 11th chapter, Vibhuti, he did, he that canine Drashtakaralani, and he showed both sides of the life, good and the bad life also. That's why Arjuna said, oh, please come back to your original form of Chaturbhuja. Please come to your form. I'm not able to see it. He said that. See that you have to, it's nothing like Amma, you cannot see that. I have to recognize it. The difference, that there is no difference. Got it, Amma?
Yes.
Yeah, that's your question.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot see that. I have to recognize it myself. I have to recognize that I am not different from Ishvara. That's a question if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to recognize. Somebody was asking us a question, now what you have, I said first we have Shravanam. And then the assimilation is taking place. Then it has to be you. Every moment it has to be you. They'll say like no, Rasagulla. It should be like gulla. No, it's soaked in every, yeah, exactly. It's gulla. Like no, it has to be soaked. It has to be you. That's what when they bless also of the Diksha, they'll say, let the knowledge be you. Then blessing, we also say the same thing. Let the knowledge be you. Every moment it comes to you and you recognize that. That comes by listening, Amma. Shravanam. We are doing Shravanam, right? That you will recognize. We are all, because we have listened quite some time, so we are able to tell it out. By listening, Shravanam is very important.
So that recognition that
Yeah.
I am same,
Yep.
sameness now, it is just in an instant, or it can abide.
Even now it is happening. It's now and here and now. When you talk about it, it is already done. When somebody says Ishvara is sitting in heaven and earth, will you believe? No. So it has happened. You know that he is here, he is everywhere. I hope I made it clear.
Almost at the end of Gita, Arjuna says, Nashto moha smritirlabdha. So do you think that by then he was enlightened?
Yeah. Because he is ready to kill his own kith and kin. No?
Yes. So this is in contrast to what happened between Yashoda and Krishna, Devi Krishna.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
She didn't.
She didn't recognize someone. She didn't recognize that. Whereas Arjuna recognized at the end. How many questions he asked? He kept asking. No?
She was a mother. She doesn't want to recognize it, I would say.
That's it. Because that's what. Hey, shut up.
As a mother,
Swamini, you say, hey, shut up. Keep your mouth closed. I know you're my child. Amma Swamiji used to say this. Hey, come on. Krishna said, hey, come on, shut up. I'm going to shut up. That's it. You don't recognize me. And she doesn't want to know. She says, shut up. I know you are my child.
Then the same
That bhava is there. That bhava alone is our religion. That's what. the bhava that you have. We have seen our people, one of our people who did, she was a Gujarati lady. She used to keep winter clothes for Krishna Bhagavan, summer cloth for Krishna Bhagavan, everything. And they also put it to sleep also. These are all a bhava.
Yes.
It's bhava. This is very beautiful in our tradition. So all these 3 days, invoking the mother and everything and looking at her as mother. It's a bhava there. It's a bhava pradhana. We cannot condemn it.
So this can be attained to more and more of
More.
something.
It's not wrong in doing that. In our course, she had it. One small Krishna Vigraha, she had summer cloth, winter cloth for the small Bhagavan. She, Bhagavan.
Bhairavi's mom, I don't see.
And we have not only Vasanta Navarathiri and this is Sharad. One more we have Varagi Navarathiri we have. This is in the July month. Ashada Navarathiri. This Ashada Navarathiri. June end we have this Varagi. Everywhere we have any name, no ground.
This way we went to the Tanjore temple. There is the Varagi is there. When we went at that time, they celebrate the Varagi Navaratri. We got the full prasad and full darshan at the 10th day of.
She's with the boar face. She's with the boar face. She's with the boar face.
We got that. We went that and
On that day, we went there.
Varagi Navaratri.
Yeah.
Exactly on that day you had been.
In Tanjore.
Yeah.
In Tanjore, big temple.
So South India, I think Maharashtra side also they have.
That's a Varagi, Ashada
Maharashtra
Navarathiri.
side I think they have it.
We call it a Gupta Navaratri.
A Gupta Navaratri because it is not famous. It's not famous, so it's Gupta Navaratri. Correct. Amma is correct. Gupta Navaratri. Varagi.
We celebrate the Sharad Navaratri. We don't celebrate.
We don't celebrate that. Yeah, you're right. Vasanta Navaratri we also. Vasanta Navaratri is
Fairy day celebrate.
Vasanta Navaratri.
Vasanta is celebrated.
It was
Yeah.
I think that's what they say. That's the time that Ramadhavananda Ji.
In our village, they celebrated like that the 10 days. They do the Deepa Pratakshinam and all. And the
Navaratri always happens that time, right?
Navaratri. Of course,
Also, yeah, before Diwali, 15 days.
Vasanta Navaratri, which part we know, but I think Modi ji was fasting on Vasanta Navaratri. I think he was taking only some lime juice or something. Both, I think he does.
That is true. And one time that he was in the US and he didn't even take. He didn't even take.
He went to the White House dinner.
No, only lime juice. And you could not figure out, okay, the guy was so poor, so there is nothing you see. You can see the person having this.
Anything else?
Any question?
So, see, saying I'm praying for somebody doesn't mean anything because you're saying it's Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana. Everything is the cognition is you, and the cognition is always you, and you're one with Brahman. So, is praying for other people even beneficial? Apart from my own mind, I say I'm praying for you because there is no benefit in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Right?
because from last night we had the same satsang. Swamiji said it is a sentiment.
Yes.
It's a sentiment. If you think that you're praying for others, it's only a sentiment. It doesn't work like that, he said.
It is to
Sentiment.
strengthen the other person also.
That,
right?
see, they are very ignorant, okay? And they say, please pray for me. So what do you have to say? Very ignorant. As a good person, we'll say, okay, we'll pray for you. And think about them in the prayer.
And also
That's
we
it.
can be less worried.
Less worried
Right
also.
now, these things going on, we cannot do anything. It's one person is scary, it's very bad, it's horrible. It's all the kind of why I have to say all that thing rather
Yeah.
than I just pray, right?
But then why we are saying Sarve Bhavantu
Yeah,
Sukha?
that's what is going on. It's,
Because
It's an inclusive prayer, Appa.
no,
We were talking about inclusiveness, right? There's no divisiveness there. So
Yes.
here I am praying for you is divisive. When I say Sarve Bhavantu, it's inclusive. It's a universal prayer. Even there also I have big doubt. Mam Rakshantu, Sarvan Mahajanan Rakshantu, we say Rudra. When we say Sarva Janan, I am also included there. No? Why is that Mam? I used to think that way. Why that Mam is also there? When I say Sarva Janan Rakshantu, why Mam? Why that segregation? Need not be, maybe it is added up, we don't know.
Probably, yeah, it is as a person that who is doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
It
may
may
be
be the
non-
person is not Advaiti, so that's
Non-Advaiti.
probably the point of view.
It's very bad what's happening.
But when there is a feeling of helplessness, that's where the person goes to him and says, please pray for me.
That's what I said.
And that we have to respect that
Respect
sentiment.
it. Yeah.
And that's all it is, I think, because as you said, in Hinduism, there's universal prayer.
Yeah.
We pray for not just ourselves, because we're not supposed to be selfish. We're supposed to pray for everybody.
That's why when they ask for this kind of health and all, we have to say Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam.
So how can you connect Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam with the three Devis? You know, because is there some connection that you can have with the three Devis? Because with Lakshmi, Durga, and Saraswati.
All material is there in the Prithvi, right? All material. You have stones, you have herbs. What you don't have? You have everything. And all the Shakti is also there. The air Shakti, the Shaktis are also there. That comes in. Of course, knowledge is there. It is given to you. It is given to you. So all these are all there in everybody.
Yes.
So that's the Vasudhaivaka Kudumbakam. It's one family. It's a one family like.
But it becomes a choice, right? Some people exercise that choice to recognize Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
It's sometimes a choiceless choice. It's a choiceless choice also. No other way, you have to look at it that way, right? Vasudhaivaka Kudumbakam. It's one family like, but still we have a lot of internal things out there. This is also one body, but still we have a lot of internal things, right? Emotional problems are there, mental, physical, how many problems are there? So look into that three Shakti in that Vasudhaivaka Kudumbakam. If you look at the Prithvi, it has got all the wealth. And all the planets are going in one level without any chaos or nothing. So that's a movement Shakti is that. That's our Durga. And then knowledge, of course, we are now challenging the whole Jagat. And then all the technology development, without technology development, what would have happened during the COVID time? All of us were able to do our job sitting from home thanks to the technology. Again, Saraswati. Given. It's all given. And everybody has to work, and still we had prayers also. Everybody prayed. Let this all go. We have to say that let there be no corona in future. Still they are saying some more is coming up now. Omicron, something and all they are telling me.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, how it is connected? I think only the Sanatana Dharma can recognize this. No, unknowingly also, I believe. Because that's what we could accept anybody, any prayer in our country.
Isn't it basically?
I think because unknowingly that we are accepting it. It's not knowingly.
Isn't it like we transcend from aham and mamakara and that becomes.
What was your name? What did you say?
I was just telling, but he was saying how it is connected. I said that is knowingly or unknowingly that we accept it. Then only we are able to accept any prayer, anybody with the knowledge, we are able to accept. Otherwise, we'll be jealous.
Accommodative is an accommodative.
So he's saying that if I understand this question, how these three Shakti is connected to the Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, right? And of course, you explained it, but I am saying because I unknowingly accept this knowledge, because this is Bhagavan's knowledge is everybody else, then we are able to accept everybody.
So, see, I have Durga in the power. I have jnana, all the knowledge. And Lakshmi has been very nice to me. I'm a miser. I want to keep it all to myself. At that point, you are not supporting Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. You are saying, Sol, Sarvam Aham, Sarvam Bhaya.
The person is telling who's having all the power.
Yeah.
He
So
also
you-
damages also. We saw the damage also here. The WTC. He had all the power. He was an engineer. He could execute it. He had everything. But then the damage,
This food is going.
the dharma is there. No, the dharma has to be taken down. I have everything. But am I going to do it with that?
Or-
How long is our Shakti, Appa? 40 years our Shakti will have. After 60, we know where our joints are. Right? We know where our joints are. So Shakti is also material. I think we have in Tamil, we have Selvam. That which goes from you. It goes from you. The moment in our state it is happening now. Everything is now, all our ED is entering into, our enforcement department is entering into everybody's ministry house and pulling out all the money that they have ordered. It's all coming out. So it all will come out once. You cannot. What remains is the knowledge. The knowledge alone remains. That part, that Jnana Shakti, we have to invoke and make it for a useful purpose. Jnana Shakti. The Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Jnana Shakti. We have that same.
And if we understand that everything is created by Ishvara,
Yeah.
we are all part of the same creation, then we become one family.
One family.
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
We do accommodate. This Sanatana Dharma accommodates. The Parsis, when they entered India, they said only here we were not prosecuted.
Yeah, that's
Only we were not. Others all they were persecuted. India gave them a place.
Tata
Can
is a
practice.
Parsi.
Yeah, Tata.
yeah.
Parsi.
Great positive.
I think she was asking a question. The Aham and Mamakara.
Like when you just absent from, when you're doing something, like, oh, this is not, I'm doing it for me. You just answer, go away from there. This is all ours, not my son, my son. It's like, I don't know.
We have that, no? Madiyam Shariram, you have read Tattva Bodha, Madiyam Shariram, Madiyam. Have the Prana, Madiyam, it comes. It's all like the gold and the Kundala. Mama Griham, my house, me and mine. That Mamakara comes more with the house and all, the wealth. I am not the possessor of whatever I. The possessed and the possessor is different.
It's given.
Yeah, it's given. That's what I use the word given. We don't come with oxygen, no? Oxygen, we don't come with oxygen. Something is given. Swaminis says that. Cannot but avoid mentioning Pooja Swami.
The time we need oxygen cylinder, then we know that oxygen is out there, we could not get it inside.
Yeah. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino Sarve Santu Niramayam Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo Ma Amritangamaya Om Namaha Purnamidam Purnamahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The envelopes are here, and pen is also over there.